Hello and welcome to Cần Thơ News of Cần Thơ Radio and Television Station. Here are today's headlines. The Standing Committee of the City Party Committee held the October regular meeting to evaluate the results of October work and deploy tasks for November 2023. The exhibition Cần Thơ City, 20 Years of Achievements and Development officially opened on the morning of November 2nd. The groundbreaking ceremony of the project to preserve, restore and promote the value of the historical relic Lộ Vòng Cung Arc Road. Top news today. On the afternoon of November 1st, the Standing Committee of the City Party Committee held a meeting to evaluate the results of October work and deploy tasks for November 2023. The Industrial Production Development Index is expected to have risen 2.1% over the previous month. Total retail sales and consumer service revenue are expected to be 9,818 billion Vietnam dong, up 4.08% from the previous month and 11.37% from the same period last year. The city is expected to have welcomed 303,000 tourists, a 19% increase over the previous year, with a total revenue of 4,728 billion Vietnam dong. Total budget revenue in the area was 11,684 billion Vietnam dong, accounting for 72.63% of the central government's estimate and 64.73% of the City People Council projection. The City Party Committee and party committees at all levels must focus on leading, directing, and comprehensively reviewing and summarizing the party's policies and resolutions in November, assuring seriousness and conformity with regulations. On the morning of November 2nd, the Cần Thơ City opened the exhibition Cần Thơ City, 20 Years of Achievement and Development. Attending the ceremony were Mr. Nguyễn Văn Hiếu, alternate member of the City Party Committee, Secretary of the Cần Thơ City Party Committee, and representatives of the embassies and consulate generals of many countries. There are 350 booths at the exhibition, of which 100 are booths representing departments, branches, armed forces, and districts in the city, as well as honorary booths of embassies and consulate general from the Philippines, Indonesia, Korea, and China. The event took place from November 2nd to November 6th at the Cần Thơ Investment, Trade and Fair Promotion Center. This is a particularly important event for the city in its 20 years of becoming a century-run city. At the same time, it serves as a link for domestic and foreign enterprises in the process of international integration. On the afternoon of November 1st, Vice Chairman of the City People Committee, Mr. Nguyễn Thực Hiện, and leaders of a number of relevant sectors received and worked with the Consul General of the Republic of Indonesia in Ho Chi Minh City. Cần Thơ City requested that Indonesia coordinate in organizing investment promotion, encouraging Indonesian businesses to invest in Cần Thơ in key areas such as the processing industry, cooperation in organic agricultural production and industrial agriculture, and continue to organize Indonesian cultural and trade exchange festivals in Cần Thơ on a regular basis to improve mutual understanding between the two sides. The Consul General of the Republic of Indonesia agreed with Cần Thö's proposals, emphasizing that the future fair and exhibition will provide Indonesia with an opportunity to learn about the investment market, culture, and potential strengths of Western finance. Indonesia has recommended strengthening diplomatic relations by acting as a bridge for both sides' enterprises to enhance the economy, culture, and society. On the afternoon of November 1st, Cần Thơ City Military Command held a conference summarizing 5 years of implementing the regulations on coordination between the City Public Security, Military, and Vietnam Airports Corporation in exchanging, processing information, and coordinating to ensure civil aviation security and safety at Cần Thơ International Airport, period 2018-2023. Over the past 5 years, Cần Thơ City Public Security and Military, as well as Vietnam Airports Corporation, have coordinated the exchange and processing of information, propagated and built a movement of all people to protect national security, and built a safe, security and order agency coordinated to ensure security and order, dealing with illegal acts of interference such as security of special flights, handling of violations related to aviation security, and professional training for aviators. From there, the security and order situation at Cần Thơ International Airport and surrounding area is guaranteed. On the morning of November 2nd, the groundbreaking ceremony of the project to preserve, restore and promote the value of the historical relic Lộ Vòng Cung, Area A was held. Phase 1 of the project has a total investment of about 100 billion Vietnam dong, sponsored by the Thiện Tâm Fund of Vingroup, including the following items: the main temple, the temple gate, and the monument stele. The first level is a classic city living space, including a reception room, offices, a movie screening room to introduce antiquities, and a cultural activity area. The second floor is the main shrine, which includes a ceremonial space, an exhibition space for artifacts, text introducing the relics, and screens portraying the history of Lộ Vòng Cung, offering visitors vivid visualizations. The project's first phase is scheduled to be finished in 2024. On the afternoon of November 1st, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs organized a seminar theme, Improving the Effectiveness of Promoting Vietnamese Agricultural Products in Africa. Attending were Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs Hà Kim Ngọc, ministries, departments, research institutes, provinces, and businesses. While overall trade turnover between Vietnam and the rest of the world declined in 9 months of 2023, the total turnover between Vietnam and Africa maintained its growth momentum, with exports alone reaching $2.25 billion. This is a market with enormous potential that must be prioritized for exploitation and expansion. Vietnamese embassies in Africa have set up rooms or places to display and introduce sample products. Agricultural items and foods are prioritized. African countries are given encouraging feedback on this activity. In general, the business culture on this continent is to see and check products before trading. The seminar seeks to exchange information and develop circumstances for coordination between ministries, branches, municipalities, and enterprises to deploy more diverse goods and types in the future effectively and methodically. On the morning of November 2nd, the Department of E-Commerce and Digital Economy coordinated with Cần Thơ City Departments of Industry and Trade to organize a regional linkage forum in e-commerce development in the Mekong Delta and Southeast provinces, promoting domestic consumption and connecting the global supply chain. According to a report by the Vietnam E-Commerce Association, retail e-commerce transactions will account for around 8.5% of total retail sales of consumer products and services by 2022. In the retail goods industry, the ratio of online retail sales to total retail sales will be at 7.2% in 2023. It can be seen that e-commerce remains one of the effective, fast, and steadily increasing industry of trade and commodities exchange. Several discussions took place at the forum concerning approaches to connect regionally linked e-commerce for businesses in the Mekong Delta and Southeast regions via e-commerce platforms, connecting supply chains, import-export enterprises, and promoting global brands, among other things. On the morning of November 1st, the Standing Committee of the Youth Union of Cần Thơ City Party Committee coordinated with the City Young Intellectuals Volunteer Club and the Mekong Delta Region Climate Change Research Institute to organize the forum, The Youth with Climate Change and Digital Transformation. Union members and young people met with experts at the forum to explore the reasons, current status, and ideas for models to respond to climate change in the Mekong Delta, particularly in Cần Thơ. The key solutions for flood resistance, water circulation, and alternative materials for river sand are becoming increasingly scarce. The role of young people in the campaign to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, the progress of urbanizations, and the urban heat island in Cần Thơ City between 2005 and 2022. They also examine the status and role of youth in responding to the effects of climate change, as well as the responsibility in the process of lowering greenhouse gas emissions. From then, solutions will be found by conferring on policies and guidelines unique to each situation in Cần Thơ City. Coming up next is the weather forecast. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.